Hi guys, welcome back to the Drone Files, and today I'm going to review a filter set for the DJI Spark. This is a 6-piece filter set by a brand called Sunnylife, and it costs about $37 shipped at GearBest, which also provided the sample package unit here for review. This set consists of a few pieces of neutral density filters, one UV filter and a circular polarizer. Now there is a lot of reason to get third-party filter sets for the Spark, because the original DJI filter set costs about $100, and that's a pretty hefty sum to pay for a bunch of filters. And the only difference I can see between this set and the DJI set is that the DJI set does not have a UV filter. It has a bunch of neutral density filters and a single circular polarizer. So at $37, this set provides plenty of value, and so let's go ahead and unbox this filter set. So it comes in a nice storage case. Unfortunately, my case appears to have been crushed during shipping, and yeah, fortunately the filters are all intact, no damage to the filters. So it comes with a cleaning cloth and also stickers for the filters, so you know which so you can label them properly, and also a user manual. So it's a pity that my filter set box has been crushed during shipping. So I guess I'll have to find a different case to store these filters. Now let's take a closer look at the UV filter, and build quality seems to be pretty good. And this is the circular polarizer. The angle of the polarizer is fixed, so there is no way you can adjust the polarizing effect, unlike in the what you have on conventional cameras, where those filters, those circular polarizers, you can actually turn and adjust the angle from 0 to 90 degrees. But this one is probably set at the maximum effect, probably 90 degrees. So to mount this, I guess you just clip this on like this, and yeah, it just stays in. It just hangs on to the camera nicely, although there's no clipping sound. Oh, it does hold pretty tight. It does grab the camera pretty tight. So yeah, pretty easy to set up, pretty easy to install, and doesn't really weigh much. Some of you might be wondering, what's the purpose of these filters? Are they even necessary and all that? Yeah, it really depends on what you're doing. If, for example, the circular polarizer is something that you use to reduce reflections on glassy surfaces, or surfaces such as water on a lake, or reflections from leaves, the leaves of a tree or grass. So a circular polarizer is able to greatly reduce the amount of reflection that you see, so you get better contrast and more details out of the subject. And it does not necessarily completely eliminate reflections, but it does a great job in reducing reflection. So yeah, it does improve image quality, especially if you're serious about photography and videos. You want the best out of your camera, you should have a circular polarizer installed on your camera if you want to reduce reflections. And the filters are meant for reducing the amount of light going into the camera. So this is needed if you want to achieve a slow shutter effect. And for example, if you're shooting a waterfall and you want to have motion blur on the water, moving water, you can use ND filters. So the higher the number of that you see on the filter, the stronger the effect of blocking light. For example, this is ND8, so it blocks less light compared to the ND12. ND32, for example. This is ND32 and this is ND8. So these are neutral density filters meant to reduce the amount of light into the lens. So I wouldn't go into the details of photography filters because that would cover an entire subject altogether and take a lot of time. And you can always Google the use of what photography filters are meant to do. There are a lot of tutorials and articles about photography filters. So let's bring these filters out and test them and see how they perform. Okay, as you've just seen in the sample videos earlier, these filters really do have obvious effects on the image. And the CPL, for example, with the CPL you can see very obvious reduction in reflection on the water on the lake, and it, although it doesn't completely eliminate reflections, it does greatly reduce them. Another thing I noticed when using the CPL is that the image color becomes a lot warmer with the CPL on than without. And with the neutral density filters, I noticed that the color becomes colder. So these are things that you need to know if you intend to get these filters. The ND filters, as you just saw earlier, do a great job in reducing shutter speed, giving you a smoother motion blur in the video. And if you want to do some motion blur images, still images, you can also use these ND filters. So that concludes my review of the Sunnylife filter set for the DJI Spark. I hope you found it useful. If you found the video informative, please hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more future videos like this. So to the next video, I'll see you again. Goodbye.